All right, we are live. Good to see everybody. It is Saturday, August 31st, 2024. Here, Las Vegas, Nevada is where I'm broadcasting from. It is now 10:02 a.m. Pacific time here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I will say, good to see everybody. Want to get a live stream in here before the month of August concludes here. So finally get one in here. I know it's been a couple of weeks. It's been a very busy time here on the channel, but we do have a good one here today. At least I think so. This huge box here, and you'll see in a moment how big this thing is the ThinkBook. What is it? It's the ThinkBook Plus Gen 5 Hybrid. It's got a pretty interesting kind of device here, I would say. It's a hybrid between a Windows laptop and of course an Android tablet, sort of like this mashup of some sort. And I got a chance to look at it back at CES 2024 when I went to visit with Lenovo in their suite, and pretty interesting device. Now finally they're in retail and shipping. It's not cheap. We'll get into the price in a bit, but you do get a laptop and a tablet, basically all in one. Pretty interesting. And I know Lenovo is known for making these type of devices. I don't want to say weird devices, but they certainly like to push the envelope. That's for sure. So definitely looking forward to this one. Let's say hello to a few people before we get started here, as people are starting to arrive here. Good to see Marissa. Thank you for covering the Lenovo ThinkBook Plus Gen 5 Hybrid. Yep, we got it here. Still waiting for this effing computer to get released in France. I was waiting a long time here in the U.S., so we'll see how this is all going to turn out. Good to see Niobiome777. Hello to you, my friend. Good to see AR Tech Reviews. How are you doing? Good channel over there. DJ Ware, greetings to you, my friend. And, of course, William, moderator, good friend, of course, to the channel. And really do me a favor, as William is asking you to do. Hit that like button. What that does is it helps get it spread out over YouTube. The algorithm sees that you're liking it and will serve it to more people. So that certainly will help out. Now, of course, I will be going to Germany. I'm leaving on Monday for IFA, Berlin, and I will be checking out some very new stuff. So it's going to be a very busy week. I have a busy weekend getting ready for that trip, getting some videos ready because there are some embargoes I cannot talk about right now, but I have to be ready for them because it's going to be a busy week coming up. So Germany on the way. I got a lot of meetings set up, so hopefully it will be great. And of course, I'm looking forward to seeing what is being offered here. Again, we're at a very interesting time when it comes to computing. We have some competition, obviously, from Qualcomm, and now we're going to see what Intel has to offer here as far as countering what AMD and what Qualcomm is doing. We're going to see Lunar Lake. So we're going to see a lot of stuff, and it should be interesting. All right. Good to see Dylan here. Nice to see you, my friend. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. We the Guided and Oktoberfest. No, it's going to be a quick hit. We're getting in there, going to check out some new offerings, and then come back because I do have a lot of videos to get to. So a lot of content coming up. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel, as we have about 40 of you watching. Let me see. Yeah, so we already got about 40, 41 of you watching. So let's take a look at the specs on this so we can pretty much figure out what's going on. It's a pretty interesting device as we bring in the specs here. And what this is, and you'll look, when you see the price, it's kind of high. I'll be honest with you. When I looked at it, I'm like, whoa. But when you think about it, you are getting two kind of devices in one. It's a pretty versatile device, as I'll show you in this live stream. And of course, I'll have an upcoming video on it. So, all right, let's talk about the display right off the bat. We're looking at a 14-inch 2.8K display that's 2880 by 1800. It's an OLED display. We've seen it before. Now, I think that one is 60 hertz, but don't quote me on that. It's a touchscreen. It's got pen support. Okay, we know all about that. Now, the CPU side in the station portion of this is going to have the Intel Core Ultra 7 155H. So it's Meteor Lake. It's not Lunar Lake. So don't get too excited. But it is a pretty competent processor. In the end of the day, it will be certainly good to get work done. There's no doubt about it. Now, the tablet portion is running a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. So that is a mobile chipset. We've seen it before in smartphones and so forth. So we'll see how that all performs. Now, graphics-wise, on the station, you're going to get Intel Arc graphics, which we've been seeing out of the Meteor Lake. And then, of course, the Adreno graphics when it comes to the tablet portion, right? Now, memory, we're looking at 32 gigabytes of LPDDR5X memory in that station. It's running at 6700 megahertz or mega transfers per second. And the tablet portion, 12 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM. So there's some interesting dichotomy there. Now, a terabyte of storage in the station. It's a M.2 2280 PCIe Gen 4. And then, of course, the storage on the tablet portion is 256 gigs of UFX 3.1 storage, according to their specs. Battery on that station is 75 watt hours. On the tablet itself, it's 38.7 watt hours. So we'll see what kind of battery life we'll get out of that. We're looking at Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3 for both. So that is pretty much what I was able to glean from that. Now, as it moves over to the next portion here, we'll get a look at the size. So, and we'll measure the weight, obviously, on my scale, but what they're claiming is on the station, you're looking at about 0.97 kilograms or 2.14 pounds, with the tablet being 0.78 kilograms or 1.73 pounds. Again, we'll see how that all combines for a total travel weight. Looking at a 1080p Full HD front-facing camera, it's IR, so you can probably you can log in with Windows Hello when you're running Windows. Rear-facing 13 megapixel autofocus and 5 megapixel wide-angle lens with flash. And then, of course, you got two speakers, Harman. I don't remember who the tuning is. I'll have to double check on that, but there are two speakers on that. I think they may be Harman, but I have to double check again. Don't quote me on that. And then on the tablet, you're getting 4 1-watt super linear speakers. So it should have pretty good sound out of this, I would think. Lunar Gray is the finish, that two-tone finish we've seen before. And then, of course, the ports, we'll get into it. It's not that many ports, we'll be honest with you, but we'll take a look at it. And then, of course, we'll get it out of the box in a moment. So this is, again, the ThinkBook Plus Gen 5 hybrid. It's a 14-inch interesting device here for 2024. And if we move this over here, you can see here, $3,518. I think there's only one SKU right now. Yes, it's very expensive. It's maybe a niche device. But again, what I like about Lenovo is they're not afraid to push the envelope, to try different things. We saw it with their dual display Yoga Book 9i, which is one of my favorites. I think that was very good execution. Still use it. And then, of course, we have something like this. So not totally out of their realm. We know they like to certainly push that envelope. All right, so that is the specs on here. Let's take that off of the screen. And so you know the drill, folks. It's, without further ado, let's get this out of the box. I've got to figure out how to open this thing up. So we see here, we have a pretty big box. All right, let's open this portion up. Okay. Freaking big box here. All right, so you can see here, and you can see the top down, there are two portions to this. One is going to be the station, and one is going to be the tablet. So let me let me lay it flat. Let me figure out how to get this freaking thing out of the box. Okay, let's put it like this. All right, before I destroy everything. All right, how do I get the, okay, let's take this one out. Okay, so it's one here. Put this over here. And then the return envelope. You don't need to see that. Okay. This is the other portion. All right, so we got two pieces here. And then it looks like we got nothing here. Okay, so that is the outer box. Okay. All right, so let's see what we have here. So this is the hybrid tab over here, and this is the station. So this is the station, this is the tablet portion. Let's do the station first, right? I'm curious to see how that's going to be. So okay, so here's the box right there. Okay, so we get a charger here. So let's see what we got here. So this is the power cord, right? So nothing too unusual there, right? So we put that there. And then we get our power charger, and we're going to see which one this is. Let's take the paper off of here. I can get it off. Yeah, this is something new they've been doing, putting this paper, and it's all over my studio now. I'll have to get a garbage bag anyway. All right, so that's everything in there. All right, so we got a 100-watt power adapter. So I guess it does need some juice here, I guess, right? That's pretty fast. I mean, that's pretty powerful. 100-watt USB Type-C. And pretty good, okay. So we'll get a measurement of the travel weight when we get that done. All right. And this is going to be the base station or the station, whatever they're calling it. So let's take a look at this. So here it is, and you can see it here. So what do we have here? So this shows you how to use it, obviously detaching the tablet portion, attaching it, and so forth. So I think it's pretty self-explanatory. A little bit of heft here. And again, this is going to have the guts for the Windows. It's got an Intel Core Ultra 7 in here. All the computer guts are going to be in there. And then, of course, we get this one right here. This is going to be the station and some documentation, yada, yada, yada. We never look at that. Probably should, but probably won't do it here. So let's put this to the side. And here it is. A little bit of heft on it. Wow. So here it is, and I could tell you, pretty nice. It feels like a laptop keyboard, a little bit shallow. I can tell you that right off the bat. But it's got a glass touchpad. It says Intel Core Ultra 7 there. It's got the Intel Arc branding there, a little Lenovo branding there. This is going to be showing you where to switch between tablet portion and the Windows portion, so you can go between Windows and Android. So that's one hit of the button. You're able to go between the two. And let me clean this off here. Hold on. There's a dirty box. Okay. All right. So whatever. Okay. So pretty good. This is where you're going to connect everything right there. Boom. All right. So we're going to take a look at this. Now, there are some ports here. You get a USB Thunderbolt 4 port here, USB Type-C. And then your power button there. And then on this side, you get another USB Type-C Thunderbolt port Thunderbolt 4, and a USB, and a 3.5 millimeter microphone headphone combo jack. Pretty interesting. All right, let's put this to the side for now, and let's get the tablet portion out of the box. Now, I'll get to your comments and questions once we get this all up and running, because let's just get it out of the box here. So this is going to have two portions here. So this is the tablet portion, and this, I don't know what this is. We're going to find out in a moment. Filled up with boxes here. This is one big box here. Let's see what's in here. So this, oh, okay. So this is going to be a stand here. So they give you a stand. Yeah, so I guess for the tablet, when you want to use it on your desk without connecting it to the station, that is the stand. And here they get some diagrams on it showing you like an easel type stand. So pretty interesting. And some more documentation. I don't. Okay. Okay, and let's take a look at the tablet. Wow, there's a lot of boxes here. I'm never going to remember how to pack this up. All right, so here is this. Oh, okay, there's the pen. I was wondering where the pen was. So what do we have here? So we get your pen. We'll get to that in a moment. An extra pen tip, okay. Some documentation on the Tab Pen Plus, and then, of course, on the hybrid. All right, so let's put that over there. And then the unit itself, really thin. Wow, really thin here. So we can see here, this is it. And it's got that two-tone lunar gray finish. We've seen it before from the ThinkBook line. It's got a cylinder here. And on this part, you have the 2 points where you get the pogo pins connection, or whatever, the connection to the station. And then I guess you have a USB Type-C port right there. Looks like a button, a power button maybe, when you're using it as a tablet. And it's a pretty thin tablet. You can see it here. Very thin, actually. Pretty nice. Okay, so let's put this over here. All right, so let's figure all this out. So the tablet will go in like this. So this point goes in here and into the base. And there it is. It snaps right in, and then you have a laptop. Now, we'll look at the stand a little bit later, but you have a laptop here. It goes far back, as you see here. If you want to open it with one finger, you can. Obviously, that's something important to people, I guess. I don't know. Let's take the paper off of this pen here. I don't need all this crap. Now, I don't know if there's a place to stick the pen magnetically, but it says to, I guess, to charge over here. So for those wondering where to charge, there's a USB-C port right there. It even tells you. I don't know if this is going to be any place to store the pen. Probably not, but interesting that they obviously want you to take notes, so they include that here. Hope everybody's doing okay as we're getting this out of the box here. All right, let's weigh this sucker. All right, so let's put this over here. All right, let's bring the scale out, and then let's go right here. And in kilograms, let's just, since it's already attached, everything here with the base station, it feels a little heavy. The base station, or the station, whatever they call it, and the tablet together as a laptop, 1.755 kilograms, and that is 3 pounds, 13.9 ounces. That's pretty hefty. If you put your pen on there, it's 3 pounds, 14.4 ounces. And if you go to kilograms, that's 1.768 kilograms. Now, what about the travel charger and the power cord with everything? Total travel weight, 2.175 kilograms. And that would be 4 pounds, 12.8 ounces. It is pretty heavy. Now, let's even include this. This is the kickstand. It's like a metal kickstand, 5 pounds, 6.7 or 6.6 ounces. And that would come to 2.456 kilograms. So 2.456 kilograms all in. So, the magnetic pen is behind the tablet. Okay, so you can stick it, according to Lulu, you can stick that pen. We'll play with it. We'll figure it all out. A lot to cover here as we have about 80 of you watching. All right, so let's put this power charger to the side for now. We already looked at that. Let's put the stand away. Let's put the scale away, and let's get up and running with this. So I would say a pretty heavy tablet, but well built. It's all metal. There's no give or flex in the chassis here. It's pretty rock solid. So I would say it looks like a normal, if you're looking at this, this looks like a normal laptop, right? Windows laptop, but it does have this up its sleeve. You can pull this off. Let me see if I can figure out how. You have to hit a button or something. Okay, so I don't know. Hold on, let's see. How do you take this off? I probably should have. Okay, we have this here. Okay. Under the camera, by the way, this sticks magnetically. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Lulu. There it is. So you can see this is where it sticks. If I could show you right there. Boom. Right there. Very nice. Good connection. Boom. Now, I don't think it charges there, but it's a good place to store it. By the way, there's the keyboard for those that are wondering what the layout is. It's a pretty familiar smile-shaped keys we know. Now, let's take a look at this. All right, let me figure out how to take it off. To detach, oh, you have to put it at a 90-degree angle sort of forward to detach, okay? So let's try to figure that out. And, of course, I lost the pen. So how do I take this off? Hold on. So detach. Huh. So to detach, you have to go like this. Nope, that's not coming off. What am I doing here? Hold on. So to detach, you pull up, and this has to be like this. Okay, whoever made this, it's stuck if it's not around 90 degrees. So what would be 90 degrees? So this would be 90 degrees, right? Ah, there it goes. So it has to be 90 degrees. And look at that, high there. Okay, pretty cool. All right, let me go get the pen. It fell down. I'll be right back. Okay, so got the pen back here. Does have to be 90 degrees, so good thing that we kept this. So let's put that to the side. All right, so right now it's an Android tablet, and you can see it here. And we could set that up. Let's see if we put it here, what happens. So we go here. Okay. Well, nothing yet. So let's turn this on, and we'll get to the Android part of it in a moment. So there's your power button right there. I think that also doubles as a fingerprint scanner. Don't move. Yeah, I already got it. I figured it out, Lulu. Thank you very much for letting me know. All right, let's plug this in, and we'll get everything all set up. I don't know how long we're going to go because I got a lot to do today, folks. Okay, so now it's on the Windows. That's interesting. So you can see here, it's now on Windows. Welcome to the ThinkBook Plus Gen 5. Let me raise the... Pretty bright, actually. That's too bright here. All right, so here's the tutorial. Probably should look at that, but we're not going to. Oh, and they're going to show it to us anyway. So here you can see hybrid system. In fact, I can show you what I'm seeing here. So change form factors right there. This is pretty interesting. A lot of versatility. You can see the different modes you can put this in. So I like that they include this here to let you know what the hell's going on. Then you can do hybrid system. And of course, you can go between Windows and Android. You can use this as a tablet PC, switch to tablet PC, and devices companion. So separate the device into two sections, connecting the external display for greater productivity. So you can actually use this detached, and hence that's why they give you this stand here. So pretty interesting. All right, so we'll figure all this out. I like that. All right, so let's minimize that for now. Let me put it back over here and look at this display. It's an OLED display. Obviously, this is going to be a pen-supported touchscreen. Now, I think I have to plug this in. So to plug this in, you have to go here, charge this up. Yeah, it already, that activated it. Here, connect the pen. Okay, yes, and we can sort of see what I'm doing here. Connect, okay. And it's connecting the Tab Plus pen. So which is right here. I'm charging it up a little bit. Let's let that charge up. It lights up. As you can see there, there's a little light up there in amber or red letting you know. Yeah, it reminds me of the Surface Book as well, Sam. It does remind me of that, the detachable, right? But this is a little different, right? Little different take on that. All right, so this is pre-set up. Let me put it on me for a second. I'm going to connect to my network so we can get this up and running, and then we'll get to the Android side and get that set up. Little shallow on the key travel, but I'm not too on it. That's not too unexpected, right? For this type of device. So, but it feels good. It feels decent when you're typing. But again, I'll need to do more testing on that. Let me, in fact, what I could do. Let me put it back over here. Let me go to Type Monkey or whatever it's called. Start without my data, blah, blah, blah. You got to love Windows, right? I forget what they call Monkey Type or whatever. Yeah, Monkey Type. Okay, let's see how fast I can type on this. Because, I've been starting to use this a little bit more. Okay, so let's listen to the keyboard and let's see how fast I can type. All right, so we can see the results here. I did 71 words per minute, 95% accuracy. I'll get faster as I use it, but gives you an idea of the keyboard, and it's not bad. It's got a little bit of a shallow key travel for those wondering, but it's usable. It's definitely good. All right, so pretty expensive device. I'm not denying that. We the guided, that's for sure. Again, I'll get to your comments and questions. All right, so let's close this. And let me see if I can take this off. Oh, let's actually keep it in the base, and let's press this button to switch to Android. So with it in the base, it'll help us set it up. So let's go English, start. And I read that, blah, blah, blah. So pretty interesting to go from one to the other. And what's interesting is I'm now showing you that this is an extended display to my Windows right now. In fact, let me see where it is. Well, it doesn't show it, but it's interesting how I just tried to show you what's on my screen, but it's showing the Windows. So interesting. So we'll go back to this for now. All right, let me put it on me so we can get my network set up here, get the Android portion of this going. Okay, good to see everybody. I have some my latte here. Actually, Americano. Well, I don't know why I said latte. It's Americano. All right, so getting the tablet ready. All right, so pretty interesting. Apple should do this. A Mac and an iPad, of course, will never happen. Nah, it's a pipe dream, right? It would be interesting to put an iPad, right, into a form factor like this, right? So you could put it into the base station and you're able to do it. Couldn't connect to the internet. I guess, let me try again. Oh, there it is. Let's set up offline for now. No, back. Let me see. Let's try this again. Let's try it again. I don't know what's going on with this tablet. It would be interesting. Would be very interesting if Apple did this. Screen resolution, Magnus, 2880 by 1800. It's an OLED display. It's also a 14-inch display. It's a 16:10 aspect ratio. Why do we have, let's see, how many likes do we have? Wow, low number of likes. Well, I guess you people don't like it. That's pretty pathetic, actually. All right, so not good. I guess I have to rethink all this, I guess. You need another, so I don't need that, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to set it up. Let's see, hold on. I want to set up with, hold on. Copy apps and data. No, I don't want to copy anything. Okay, there we go. All right. This is loading in. This is an interesting device. At the very minimum, this is a very interesting device. I'm an adult. I'm not a child, at least appearance-wise. All right, let me put in my Google account or my burner account. So let me put it back on me. And I like that I can use this with the keyboard, both Windows and, attached like a laptop. That's interesting for even with as an Android tablet. That makes it very interesting. Okay, so I put in my credentials, two-step. Okay, let me just get this ready. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Agree. Okay, setting this up. Getting account information. All right, so let's see what we have here. More, accept, blah, 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 whatever. Set up device password. All right, I want to use face recognition. All right, I want to use face recognition. Let's do face unlock and pin. So I'm going to put it on me. Let me set up a pin. Okay. Okay, face recognition is set. Okay, that was quick. Hopefully it did a good job. Keep going to blah, 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 continue. I agree, whatever. I don't like this touchpad with this for some reason. It's not, I don't know. I got to play around with this a little bit. Access, okay, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Next. Let's use this should be charged up a little bit by now. So, no thanks. Okay. We're getting through the setup. I don't know. I didn't know Snapdragon Elite supported Android, though. This is the Snapdragon Plus Gen 1, right? So this is a smartphone chip, right? That we saw in a lot of smartphones and so forth. I guess tablets also. This is not the Snapdragon X Elite, for those wondering. All right. So let's take a look. Oh, I almost lost. Let's. This is the stand, by the way. We'll take a look at this in a little bit. Okay, we'll keep it there. We're gonna detach this and see it again if I ever get this off again. I plan on buying this when it's released in France. Been waiting 7 months. Yeah, I don't know what the availability is in Europe, so we'll have to find out. If Lenovo, if you're watching, let us know. All right, so this is you can go home. Yeah, this is a tablet, right? This is Android. And it's a pretty nice looking display. All this works. So the brightness works, the volume button works. To go home, I guess you press the escape button. So say if I'm in Gmail, I'm not in Gmail, but I want to go back home, the escape is the home button. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good. You want to go to Google, Chrome, okay, blah, 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 whatever, blah, blah, blah. Got it, blah, blah, blah. And then I want to go back home. Look at that. Actually, this is pretty nice. Now, this is 60 hertz. So if we go like Android, I think let's find out what version of Android this is. Now, it's interesting. I'm going to show you, this is connected to my Thunderbolt dock, but when I go to this, it's showing you the Windows side of things. So it's really connected here, but if I don't see if there's a way. What's interesting is, let me see if I can do this. Again, I'm doing this on the fly, folks, so just bear with me. To take this off, you go 90 degrees. There we go. I figured it out. All right, so now, looks like if I go to a tablet and then I connect my dock, I'm just curious to see what happens here. So it looks like we have a USB port right there. So with this like this, can we now see it on my network here? So it doesn't look like it supports that. No, it's black. So interesting. So this is just for, it doesn't do display out with this, but I'll have to play around with that when it comes to that. It's trying to connect to my Thunderbolt dock, but I guess it doesn't. It makes sense. It wouldn't work like that. Now, one thing that I saw when researching this, I can connect an external monitor to this. So I actually have a portable monitor here. So if you ever saw any of the videos on my channel, I did this. This is the U Perfect. It's a 4K 4K monitor here. Okay, so let's put this to the side. So right now we took off the tablet. We're just going to use the base station. I'm going to connect this to one of the Thunderbolt ports, and that would go over here. Let's see if this works. Okay. Now, I don't know if this needs to be powered on. Hold on. There it is. Okay, so that's no signal. So, oh, maybe, you know what? Hold on. Maybe it's this one. I always forget. Let's plug this in here. Let's see if it's this. All right, just bear with me. I'll figure this out. I don't like this. We probably should put it on that stand. No signal. Maybe I have to plug the monitor in. Let's see. Is it supposed to go like this, maybe? Hold on. I don't know. I'm figuring all this out. Okay, so no signal. Let's try something here. Hold on, let's put this off here. It's also an HDMI, but I don't think I have HDMI on this. So that's plugged in. And put this one in here. Okay, there it works. Okay. So that works. All right, I figured it out. I used the right port there. Okay, I figured it out. So, in fact, I want to use this. I don't like this stand that UPerfect sent over. Let's use this. Boom. Much better. Much better. Wow, it's a good stand. Okay. So without the tablet, just want to connect to an external monitor, you have that ability here, right? So you can do all that. Now, what's interesting is, let me see if you can, if I unplug this, yeah. So this is working. I'm just connected to the monitor. The monitor is plugged in. Let me see what happens if I take out the mains on that, right? So let's see if it still works. Or does this need external power? That's the question. So let's see. Should power it. Now it's going through different cycles here. What's the weird? That's weird. And what happens if I put it on this side? I don't think that makes a difference. So it may need the power. Let's see if I plug that back in. Wow, that is weird. Sorry, I hope you're finding this interesting. All right, so let's see. Here's the power. Okay, so I guess it has to be this port on this side for whatever reason. That seemed to have worked. Let's see. Yep. So it's on this side that seems to be working with this particular monitor. I'll have to look more into that. Okay. And let me plug this in so we get juice to this. So this is the computer right here. This is it. And pretty interesting. I know I have a lot of cables here. This is unnecessary. We don't need this one here. But this is a pretty interesting type of device. Now, if I switch it over, if I press the button here, let's switch it to Android. Let's see what happens. So nothing will happen because right now it's connected as a Windows, right? But it needs to be connected for this to work, this button, it seems. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, what am I talking about? The Androids in the now that's fun. Now I feel stupid. This is my monitor. For a second I thought it was this. Of course it's not going to work. All right. Now, let's see how this is going to work here. So if we put that here, so we can get rid of the monitor for now. Okay. So that's interesting. All right. And we don't need this. Let's see how this is going to work. So right now it should be a tablet, right? But I want to use this detached. Is there any way we can do that? So the power button is here. Oh, it's on the bottom. So it's on the bottom. So there's the tablet. Okay. So is there any way? So there is software, from what I understand, that you can control this. But right now it's as a tablet. But I want to go to Windows. I'd have to put it into the dock here, to the station. And probably should use that tutorial, right? So let's go to the tutorial. Maybe that will tell us detach and attach at will. It says this right here. Switch systems freely. Hybrid system. You can show a tablet display in Windows, allowing dual systems to collaborate. So you can go, that's interesting. You can use this as a hybrid system, according to this. Hybrid folder, synchronize files between the dual system. Start your ThinkBook Gen 5 journey. Enjoy the unlimited possibilities of dual system. Enable now. Okay. All right. So change form. Okay. Hybrid system launch. Welcome to the Hybrid Stream. Hybrid Stream is a powerful mirroring app provided by ThinkBook Plus Gen 5 to cast hybrid tab to the Windows system. Okay. Let's look at this. Private blah, blah, confirm. Create a desktop shortcut. Start now. So it's doing something. Toolbar introduction. Next. Drag and drop files to synchronize. The display signal is abnormal. Please reattach the hybrid to or restart. Let me see what's going on over here. Maybe I'm not detached. Looks like, hold on. So let's see. Oh, okay. So done. All right. So this is what it looks like. This hybrid system is confusing the hell out of me. But, oh, I see. So right now, okay, let me put on me. I'm going to put my, so right now, it's in a window within, you can see here, it's in a window within, so this is the Android within Windows. Interesting. So there you go. There you go. Wow. All right. And if I want to go home, let's see. Um, so uh, escape. So there it is. So it's this is the hybrid in action here. So if you want to look at it here, I'm actually in Windows, but running this in a window. So that's pretty interesting. All right. So let's see what else we can do. Tablet PC. So tablet PC. All right, let's switch. Switch to a tablet PC in order in an instant, providing longer. We'll see. Do you want to enable tablet PC mode? Enable. So this goes right back to Android. So you can see what it did. It went right to Android. So if I press that again, it should go back to Windows. At least it's supposed to. Okay. There it goes. So it just takes a moment. You have to do it. Good to see Tech Odyssey here. Good to see you, brother. All right. Okay, so device companion. This looks pretty interesting. So let's take a look at this. So the device companion separates the device into two sections connecting to external display for greater productivity across multiple whatever. Let's hit that. So if you look at the demonstration there, you detach it, and then you could start writing on that. But I wonder so I'll have to look into that. Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's close the Android portion. But before we do that, let me go to the settings. So let's go to the settings. I want to see which version of Android we're running. About tablet. So it looks like this is Android 13. Okay, it's got 12 gigabytes of RAM, as we mentioned earlier. Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. Okay. Interesting. And this is running in a window within Windows. Interesting, right? So pretty good. Okay. So let's go back here to the Windows portion. And why am I in airplane mode here? Let's go back here. Wi-Fi is off. Let's turn Wi-Fi on. And that should turn on the Wi-Fi on the Windows. Not sure why that was on. Let's see. Let's go to Geekbench. It's interesting. It's showing that the airplane mode's on. I don't know, but it's connected. Okay, so let's download Geekbench. Let's get an idea. We've seen this processor before, the Core Ultra 7, right? Let's go here for now. System. So why is that so small? So it's a Core Ultra 7 155H, 32 gigabytes of RAM. Okay. I don't know why the Window's acting like that, but we'll figure all this out. Okay, let's go here. It's pretty snappy, I will say that. Okay, we'll get an idea of the numbers here in terms of that. It's basically the Surface Book if the tablet portion ran Android. Yeah, that's certainly true, Michael. Good to see you. Hope you can upgrade to Android 14. Yeah, I hope so. Hopefully there's going to be enough of upgrades here. Samsung should make something like this. They already have the ecosystem integrated, but they probably charge the like $3,000. Well, this is over $3,000 already. So, all right, let's run this. Let's make sure we're on the. I don't know why this is not in a proper window. Let me restart this. I think we need to restart this. It's a little bit screwed up here. The Windows here. So let's just restart it and start all over. It's looking pretty good. So, pretty interesting device. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, according to William, it's interesting. I would not be surprised if Lenovo puts some updates to smooth out some of these quirky moves between operating systems, also improve the overall experience. Yeah, say what you want. This is different, right? So, we don't normally see this in these type of devices from other manufacturers. They seem to push the envelope more than others. To connect the connected AC adapter, okay, whatever. And again, it came with that 100 watt. I probably should plug that in, but so far it seems it's okay. But can you de-Google it? Yeah, good point, Tech Odyssey. That's a good question. Can you de-Google it? Probably not. All right, so let's see here. Let's go to the system. Yeah, back to normal here. Okay, that looks better. All right, so Intel Core Ultra 7, 32 gigabytes of RAM. All right, let's see the storage here. Right now, it looks like it has 1 terabyte. Oh, what's that? Hold on, let's go back here. Lenovo hybrid folder. So this PC. So this is what I was reading about earlier. So this you can drag and drop between Android and Windows in this folder. And what that does is it shares between the two. So it's hybrid folder right there. So pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I like the continuity between the two. Okay, we'll figure all that out. Let me go here. What's interesting is still showing that airplane mode, but it's connected. So it's on best performance there. And let's go to the Lenovo Vantage to see where we are on the device. So let's go to settings, device, system update. What is this? Hardware. I think you can control everything. Home. I think smart performance. I think everything's controlled with Windows on this. Device details, display, network, widgets. Okay, whatever. All right, let's go to Geekbench 6. Load that in. I want to also at some point test the speakers on this, both as a tablet, Android tablet, and as a Windows laptop. I wonder why they went with 8 Plus Gen 1 and not a newer chip. Probably development stage, that was all they can get at the time, is my guess. But we'll see. Now, this is, again, like I said, this is Meteor Lake. This is not Lunar Lake. That's not out yet, but stay tuned. We're going to hear some interesting stuff over the next week or so. So just make sure you are subscribed. I will be heading, on Monday, I'm heading to Berlin, Germany to attend IFA. Looking forward to attending a lot of press events. So hopefully this should be interesting. We're going to get some it's an interesting time, right? We're going to get some interesting products, I'm sure. This is a very interesting product. Imagine, like you said, somebody said earlier, if Apple did this, you put your iPad into this base station and then you'd have a really interesting hybrid between iPad OS and Mac OS. That would be pretty interesting. I don't think there's any point of having a powerful chip for the Android part. Yeah, I mean, you're going to use it as a tablet. You're going to browse the web. You're going to consume media. You're going to take notes and stuff like that. That's pretty interesting. Lunar Lake in September. I don't know. We'll find out. Make sure you are subscribed. I got a lot of stuff. I'm leaving for Germany. That's all I'm going to say. So can we eat hamburgers? Yes. In fact, we're going to find Five Guys in Berlin. I don't think in Berlin there is Ponchos, but if there is a Ponchos Berlin location, let us know, right, Tech Odyssey? So Tech Odyssey's in Houston, and he always eats at a place that I wish we had here in Vegas. It looked amazing, called Ponchos. Hashtag Five Guys. Yeah. Will Samsung ever make good laptops? I'm waiting. They have the ability. They have the tools. They just haven't put it all together, Samsung. They always come up short. They're overpriced. They have the ability. They can make the display. The display is not the problem. Although what's interesting is they they don't put their best in their laptops for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but they could make an amazing device if they wanted to. No ponchos, according to Tech Odyssey. All right. So where are we? We have 66 of you watching, only 47 likes. So I don't know what to say. All right, whatever. So we'll get our benchmark here going. Really, it's quiet. The fans are not kicking in all that much. And I think all the guts obviously are going to be in this in the base station. Samsung doesn't give their laptops as much care as their phones. Not at all. In fact, it would be nice if they did, right, Next Sam? So I've wanted them to be so good for so long on the laptop side of things. It just seems like it's the forgotten stepchild, right? It's the ugly redheaded stepchild. No offense to redheads. But it never seemed to get the attention that they needed. So these laptops should be better, but they're not. That's why they never make my list as the best of the best, right? According to Michael, this seems like a culmination of multi-control and quick share and all the stuff that Android and Windows integration has been doing lately. The price isn't too awful. NVMe 2280 user upgradable. Yeah, I know we'd have to see if we can open this up. I'm not going to turn it around. We're running a benchmark, but M.2 2280, that's fast. PCIe Gen 4, we could probably measure the speeds and so forth, probably good. Now, the tablet itself has its own UFX storage, according to that. So pretty interesting. So it's an ultimate hybrid here is what we're getting. I think people are away for Labor Day holiday. Could be, William. Yeah, that's a good point. But this is my only chance because I have to get a couple of videos that I'm under embargo ready for this upcoming week. So I have a lot of work to do before I leave on Monday. So we'll see. But if you need to find Tech Odyssey and myself, we'll be at Five Guys. All right. Hopefully we'll see tech tablets there. It's going to be a mini reunion of sorts. It'll be fun. It'll be busy, but fun. All right. I was about to say something, but I think I'm not. Okay. Yeah, this is Labor Day weekend here in the U.S., so for those wondering, maybe there are people our way. Yeah, and this is pretty typical of a result here on Meteor Lake. So if you want to take a look at it here, 2268 single core, 12,158 multi-core. So pretty typical result. And we, of course, got Intel Arc graphics. So let's test that out real quick. That's a quick one. We can probably get a quick result there. I'm hyped at 8. Okay. And why don't they center the touchpad? Is it not centered? Let's see. Let's take a look at that. So it's a little bit askew, is it? I don't know. It looks centered to me. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. With all you have to do, traveling and testing all these units, are you still have your regular day job? No, this is it for me right now. So, William, this is pretty much what I'm going to be doing going forward. I still take on some work, but I'll have more to talk about it. But yeah, so this has gotten to become a full-time business for me, but not 100% yet. We're getting there. All right, the Three Amigos. Yes, it'll be fun. I like this. It's a little heavy. Now, I'm thinking of taking this to Berlin, but I got to tell you, this thing is pretty heavy. Woo! But it's got a lot of guts here. It's got a lot of guts there. And this is a typical Intel Arc graphics. And Intel Arc graphics, I got to tell you, say what you want about Intel. They killed it with the Intel Arc graphics. For an integrated solution, 35,523, that's a good result. You can game on this, folks. You can game on it. You just have to play with the settings, of course. But that is pretty impressive. Again, we're not seeing that on the Snapdragon X Elite or the X Plus. The Adreno solution is not as good. I'm going to be honest with you. and we're seeing with the AMD Ryzen AI with the integrated Radeon 890M, which are good, but I was hoping for a little bit more, and I guess we're going to see some updated Intel Arc graphics, whatever version they're calling that, next up. So we'll be getting that very soon. So we're going to see how Intel's going to counter all this. So don't count them out just yet. Don't count them out. I really like the laptop tablet I saw earlier this year. Really cool stuff. Yeah, it's a pretty cool. It's a cool idea. The question is, the price tag seems pretty prohibitive, over $3,000 as configured. But then when you think about it, well, if you're going to buy an iPad Pro is going to cost you what? Over $1,000. And then if you want to add a keyboard, the Magic Keyboard, that's about another, what, $350? So already you're talking about close to $1,500 plus for an iPad Pro. That alone, and you're not getting a full-fledged computer system. I don't care what anybody says. You can't do everything on an iPad Pro. Some people try. Some people can do quite a bit, but it's not a total replacement, at least in my opinion. Now, if you want to get a MacBook, say a MacBook Air, that's the equivalent to this. So MacBook Air is at least $1,000, right? Plus. So you're already talking about $1,500 plus. You look at that $2,500 and carrying all these devices around with you, which gets quite heavy. You have one all-in-one solution here, a hybrid, that gives you the best of both worlds. Now, the question is, do you want to run Windows? Do you want to run Android? Different than Mac OS, iPad OS. So that's a debate we can have from here till the sun rises. But the bottom line is, it's a lot of money, but you have to take into consideration what you're getting here. You're getting one device that takes the place of really two devices, right? A laptop and a tablet. So you get both, best of both worlds. Whether you want to spend that money, if you think it's prudent, well, that's up to you. And the way the economy is right now, maybe it's not. I don't know. Can you recommend a good 2-in-1 budget laptop? Nomiko, 2-in-1 budget. I don't know. There's so many out there. We'll have to look into that. Let's stay on point on this. We'll think about that. Maybe come back to that. Is there a ThinkPad that is an X1 and not a Carbon? Because I feel like the Carbon only makes it more expensive. Yeah, there's the X1 2-in-1. They don't call it. It's not a Carbon, but it is. That's also a little bit pricey. So I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure all that out. Let's stay on point. So pretty interesting device. So let me take screenshots of these. So there's this. Let's see. Let me see if I press. There we go. And then take a screenshot of that. Okay, there it goes. All right, so we got that done. So that is the Geekbench 6. Let's take a look at the camera in the Windows side of things, and then we'll go to Android and see what's going on over there. So this should be a 1080p camera. Okay, so there should be two cameras here, right? You got the front-facing camera, which is this. Looks good. Looks fine. You got the Windows effects or the studio effects. It is a Meteor Lake computer, right? So you'll get the background blur, all that crap. You can see the background blur here. Standard blur, portrait blur, auto framing, all that. Yeah, we've done that a million times. I'm not going to go into that. So let's go to the settings here. And you can see here 1080p. Yeah, 1080p. So that is typical. Now, let's switch the camera to the rear-facing camera. And you can see the mess of my studio. There's the background. There's my sound blanket. There's the back where I do a lot of top-down shots. You can see my green screen there. So pretty interesting. So if I want to take a product shot, for instance, let me find something that's not under embargo. Let's, if I want to take a picture of, say, here. This was the ThinkPad. What was it? That was the tablet, right? The X1 tablet. And there it is. It's a little dusty, but it's pretty interesting that you have two cameras here, rear-facing and a front-facing camera. And supposedly you can go up to different, let's see what the Windows app allows you to do here. So video quality, you can go to, it's 1080p. It's still 1080p, I guess. but pretty interesting. So you have a number of options here, and then again, you want to come back here. You have it the front facing. So pretty good. And it is an IR camera, and there is a no shut. Is there? There is a shut. There is a little switch, and maybe we could probably look at it over here. There is a switch on the top here to turn it off. So if you need more security and privacy, there it is, and there are the two array mics on the top. And there also is volume rocker up and down there. I forgot to point that out earlier. All right, so that is the cameras on here. Now, for those wondering, joining us late, this is the ThinkBook Plus Gen 5 Hybrid. Now, to remove this, put it at a 90-degree angle and pull out. And you have to give it a little bit of muscle. That's one thing that's pretty interesting. It reminds me of, like Michael Pepper said earlier, the Surface Book, and I think somebody else said it as well. So this is, as a tablet, is a pretty interesting choice here. Now, this is Android 13, and it's pretty good. Now, let's just look at it here. So this is like any other tablet, but here you're getting an OLED display. You're getting 2.8K resolution. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like it. Now, let's see if there's any special software here. Hybrid Center. So there's something called Hybrid Folder. Hold on. There's Hybrid Folder. So if I want to put a image or something that I might have, so for instance, I can take a photo of myself. So let's go to the camera here. Where is the camera? There it is. Okay, so if I want to take a photo of this, like this, okay, and then I want to put it into the hybrid folder. There it is. So recent. So that should be into the hybrid folder. Yeah, so if I connect this, okay, so this will switch it back to Windows. And if I go to the folder here, and you can see what I'm doing. So if I go to the folder here, this PC, hybrid folder. No, that's not it. Where is it? Let's see, pictures. I did my screenshots earlier. This PC, hybrid folder A. But where is it? So let's go back to the Android. So do I have to drag and drop? Here's the image. There's the image, and move to. I'll have to play with this, but whatever. I'll have to play with this. But you should be able to drag and drop, right? So say if I go to, let's go back to the Windows. Figuring all this out, you people. I'll have a good polished video for you. All right, so if I go to let's go to the camera here. Let's see if this goes the other way. So if I go here and I switch camera there, boom. So if I take a picture here, okay, and let's take a photo. Okay, I took a photo right there. And so if I close that and I go to the pictures, camera roll, and let's go to new. So if I go to this PC, let's go to, how do I copy this? I should be able to do this. I'm not in my A game today. Let's put it onto the desktop. That may be just easier to do that. Okay. Now, if I go to the hybrid folder, oops, you can see what you're not even seeing what I'm doing. So if I go to the hybrid folder and put this here, it should do it. Now, I'm going to switch Windows. I'm going to switch it to Android. Welcome to hybrid folder tutorial. Maybe you should probably watch this. So hybrid folder allows you to synchronize files between two systems by saving them. So go next. When file versions are inconsistent, of course, you need to solve the conflict, blah, blah, blah. Further details, next. Pair now. Okay, so that's why I didn't pair it. So let's pair it. Enable. And now they went back to Windows here. Yeah. And hold on, let me go back over there because I need that number. So 260573. 260573. So here we go. 260573. And here it is, confirm. Okay, so now let's see. We're in the Android, right? So if we go to camera, okay, and I want to take a picture here. So let's take a picture. Boom. Just took a picture from the Android side of things. And then if I go, so let's go. I don't know if this is going to show it in both. Let's see. And then if I refresh here, and there's the hybrid. I think that's the one I took earlier, right? That's the one I took earlier. But where is the one that I'm looking for? So I don't know. I'm so confused right now. Oh, there it is. So hold on. So images. There it is. Okay, they're both there. So there are the images. There's the photo I just took. And there's the one I took earlier that I dropped into that folder. Okay, so it seems like it's working. Sorry, people. Thanks for bearing with me. I don't know if this is interesting or not, but it is what it is. Okay. What a day, huh? Yeah, Jay, we're here. We're doing this live. But, I think I just got to get used to this, right? So there it is. And then if I go back to Windows and this PC, pictures. So there's this one. But if I want to put it here, and I want to put it into the hybrid folder, there it is. Okay, and then if I switch this back, and there's 3 now. So it works. It works. Okay, that works. All right, let's go back over here. Let's switch it. The switching is not bad. It takes a few seconds, but it's not bad. So what is this? The hybrid center. Okay, that's, again, we saw that. Software update. There's a new version. Yeah, I probably need to show you this, right? So let's confirm that. This is the most interesting device, but you do need to get used to using it because it's not something we've seen before typically, right? So maybe these updates will help it in some ways as well. Yeah, no other manufacturer attempted this, right? Surface Book style. I mean, we saw a few fringe companies do it, but for the most part, nobody really did it. That's the problem, right? So interesting. All right, so we're back in Windows here. This is a very interesting device. Let's put these over here. All right, so let's test the sound. That's what I wanted to do. So let me put it back over here. And I'm going to put it on me. I'm going to go to Epidemic Sound. Okay, let's log in. Keyboard feels pretty decent. What did you miss, Lulu? Me being confused about how to use this thing. That's what you missed. Okay, so let me see if there's Dolby Atmos here. So let me go here. Yeah, Dolby Access here. Let me put it on to dynamic setting. I like that the best. So let's skip that. Let's go to settings and we'll put it on dynamic. Okay. All right. And let me go to my saved here. So let's do the like tracks and then we'll go to the Android when we're done and listen to it there if we can. So all right, so let's set this up here. By the way, for those wondering, this is where you store the pen. Right there, boom. I don't think it charges there, but you can store it there. So interesting. All right, top-down shot here. Let's bring out the sound meter. Let's get that set up. Dolby Atmos to help with the spatial audio. Let's listen to Quite Unique. Holy cow, that was pretty loud. All right, that's loudspeakers. Now, let's detach this. Okay, let's put this over here for now. And let's try this as a tablet. Let me put it on me for a second. Okay, let me go to Epidemic Sound. Okay, accept. Let me log in. Okay. All right, there it is. Okay, and let's make sure the volume's all the way up. Okay. Right out of the box, this is what it's going to sound like as a tablet. We go to saved. Okay, so this is Android mode right here in the dock, right? So I think with when you're in the Windows, all the speakers are going. I think this has two speakers. This has, I don't know, four speakers, two on each side here. So I think you're getting the benefit of all of them, but I'm not really sure. So if we go back to Windows, okay, so this is going back to Windows, and let's go a different song here. All right, so that's the Windows side. Now, if I go to Android and play the same song, let's see if there's any difference in any way. So let me see here. Pretty good fast face recognition there. Pretty good. All right, so here we go. Okay, so they sound good. Either way, I think it sounds good. Does it sound better as a tablet, or do you think it sounds better in the station? That's interesting. So right now, very little fan noise. Also, by the way, good to see Digital Slang here. What's up, brother? How you doing? All right. Can you use a pen on this, and what type? So yes, here's the pen. It's called the Lenovo Tab Pen Plus, and you can see it works here. This is in Android. It's working. Okay, this is an Android. And if I switch over to Windows, this is pretty cool. Now I'm getting the hang of things. It works in Windows. So if you want to take notes, sketch out artwork, diagrams, and the like. So interesting device. Now, for those that are interested, when you're done, you can put it all here together. This sticks magnetically to here. Yep, right there. And it's a pretty heavy package. I will tell you, again, the weight here all in will be in kilograms. This should be 0. Let's turn that off. With the pen and everything, 1.767 kilograms. So it is pretty hefty, and that's about 3 pounds, 14.3 ounces all in. All right, so pretty interesting. And then it comes with this stand. So let's see what we can do. So the stand is pretty good. So the stand folds out like that. You can go into different angles. It can go as far back as you see there. And we can take this off. 90-degree angle. There it is. And then you put it on the stand. And then I like it a little bit, there we go, as an easel. And you can get a look at it there. So question is, can we connect this via Bluetooth is my question. There must be a way that you can do that. Now the power button's on the bottom for some reason, which is kind of weird, but okay, there it is. Now, so that's not playing on there. That's playing on here. So this is a computer. So like I showed you earlier, you could connect it. Now, how do I connect this wirelessly? There has to be a way, I would imagine. So what is this Lenovo Vantage? Let's see what this is. Agree, allow, user guide. I don't know if you can do anything with this. This is system updates and stuff like that. So that's good they have that. Let's see if there's anything on the tablet side of things that allows us, and this was the hybrid folder, and there are the 3 images that I took already that are already showing up on there. But I want to see if there's anything else that we can look at from Windows or Android, I should say, from this. So if there's anything from Lenovo, so it would have to be over here, Lenovo. So it's just this the Lenovo Vantage. I don't see anything else. All right. So if I want to switch this back to Windows, okay, you just put that back on there, and it should get on. It takes about a few seconds, and there it is. It's back onto Windows. But interesting, it didn't. Look at this. So you can't see it there, but it's not the proper. Let's do that again. Let's see if maybe you gotta go all the way in there because it wasn't scaled properly. So yeah, see, it's the wrong resolution. It's the wrong. You can see that there. So let's reset. Let's restart this and see what's going on. Again, I think they need to update this. I'm sure they will, but there are some bugs here. Good to see Josh here. I don't know. This is one very interesting device, to say the least. You just got to get used to switching between Android and Windows. And that's pretty much something you'll have to just use, and you'll figure it all out. I will do an updated review, of course, on this at some point. I don't think you can use Windows while unlocked. No, I don't. I just feel like you should be able to use this as a monitor separately wirelessly. And I thought I saw something where that allowed you to do that. And the speakers on this, by the way, are really, really good. So let me see this again. Maybe if we look at this, the hybrid center, hybrid stream. So this was the hybrid stream. Hold on, let's close that. Hybrid solution is up to date. All right, okay, got it. So remember we saw this, and then I will show you. Let me plug it in so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so if I go here, let's give it a second. Should come on now. Okay, so there's the hybrid stream, okay? So if you click that, it's going to allow you to put a window with Android in one side. And look at that. I can put Android on the left side, and then I can have, say, my browser open and Windows on the right side if that's what you need to do. So if I go here with the snap windows right there, look at that. This is Android on the lock screen. Okay, and now it's unlocked, and I have Android working on one side and Windows on the other in the Edge browser. And I'm able to switch. Yeah, see, I'm able to switch between the two. See, I'm able to use the mouse or the cursor on both. And look at that. And if I click there, boom, boom. Interesting. I don't think you can use Windows while unlocked, according to Lulu. I don't know. But you could do both if that's what floats your boat. Okay, so that's the hybrid stream. And then if we go back to the hybrid center, connect an external monitor and work collaboratively across dual systems. So let's take a look at this little movie here. Let's see how they show it. So they're showing it as a tablet, and then they connect it to the base, and then they're showing this as a Windows laptop, and now they're showing it as an Android tablet. And again, it's just looping on the same thing. So I think those are all the different ways you can do it. File sync, hybrid folder, you can open that. Device pairing, we're paired up between the two. Backup for tablet photo album. The contents of the tablet photo album automatically back up to Windows. Yeah, I like that idea. Enable that. So the photos will go back and forth. Conflict resolution or conflict solution, conflict notification. So if there's a conflict between versions, you'll be able to pick the one you want to do or one you want to keep. Settings here. Manage battery life. Right now it's on balance mode. So this is interesting. Manage battery life. If the device is not connected to the power supply, it optimizes to balance discharge between hybrid station and tab. So right now it's on balance mode, but if I want to do powered by the hybrid station, I can do that. It's configuring that. So right now it's powered by the hybrid station. But let's put it back on balance, I guess, for now. Then there's transition animation. We can turn that on, I guess. Whatever. The transition animation displayed when the device switches system. So if I want to switch now, I press the button here. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. See, that's different. That's a little animation. Yeah, I guess it looks pleasing to the eye. I don't think it hurts anything. So that's pretty interesting. Can you drag the image file between the screens? I guess, but I'd have to add a third monitor here. So let's go back to Windows. This should be interesting. Let's go back to Windows. Here's my monitor, and we'll put it on that stand. I think this stand is more sturdy than whatever UPerfect sent over. So let's put this over here. So let's see. So let's see how this is going to work. So let's bring this here. Hold on. Where is the? Oh, it's on this side. Okay. So this plugs in. I forget which one is which, but we'll trial and error. And this one can go here. Okay. And then I can plug this one, I think, into here. Let's see what happens. Okay. So now I've got this working. So we got the monitor, separate monitor there. Okay. And I'm moving the mouse between the two. And I want to emulate Android over here. So if I want to put this one over here and on, say, side of the window, I can do that. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, so this is working. And if I want to do full screen on the Android there, I could do that. If I want to go to Chrome, boom, I can go back and forth between Chrome. So this is emulating Android. And then if I want to come back to the Windows side, look at that. I have full working Windows laptop right here. So pretty interesting. I mean, I could find a few scenarios where this might be useful overall, but this is pretty interesting that I can use both. So what do you think? Let me know. Okay, and right now it's showing that one over there. So connecting external monitor should not be an issue. And then, of course, if I want to see the different things, you can go into the hybrid center. All right, so just figuring all this out. I'm going to do a video on this. Probably not, I'll use it in Berlin maybe, but it is a little bit heavy to take with me, so we'll have to see. But right now, I'm kind of enjoying this. It's a little heavy in terms of the device, but it is a pretty interesting device nonetheless. Okay. Can you connect another monitor to the tablet? So let's try that. I don't know. Let's take off the tablet, because the USB-C port is on the bottom there. So if I take this and connect this, let's see what happens. Wrong hole. I'm not going to say what I was about to say. Okay, so right now this is connected to the, you can see 4 here. I don't know if there's a setting I need to do. I don't know if this supports that. Display port out, maybe. So let's see. So right now it's connected as a tablet, but there's no signal. Interesting. And I'm wondering if there's a setting here. or it just doesn't support it as a tablet. It may just not support it. So I don't know. Let's go to the settings here. And let me see. Hybrid folder, time to focus, finish setting up, take a quick tour. Um, let's see here. So there's no like Dex mode or something like that. I don't know if Lenovo has that. Split screen. Create a split screen. Multiple apps can be used at the same. Nah, later. Um, I don't think there is a way to connect it. I don't know if there's a way to connect this monitor, to be honest. So, and that would be the only way through that. The only way, I guess, is to connect it to the base and then use the emulation mode, and that's where you could. That's one way to do that. But just using the tablet alone doesn't seem like something that's there or a feature that's there. Hold on, let's make sure this is correct. There we go. Yeah, this reminds me a lot of the Surface Book. Yeah, it is a nice tablet on its own, but I think you need the whole package here. And so when you connect this up here, you have a nice complete system here. So, and there you can go between the two. And then again, you could do the hybrid. So if I do the hybrid stream, it would look like this. So I just connected the hybrid stream, and now we're in Android. And you can rotate it. You could do everything like you normally could. I could put it onto that second monitor and go full screen on that. And there it is. And there's all the controls for Android I could use on the keyboard. So I think it's good. What I meant is when you have two operating systems on the same screen, can you drag the photo you took on the Android directly to the Windows side? All right, let's try that. That's a good question. So right now, this is that. So if I take this photo and bring it here and drop it there, and it brings up this, you can see it here. It brings up this menu here. Do you want to open or save this, a dialog box? Do you want to save this on the tablet PC? I can either save it or I can open it. So I can open it up on the Android side of things. At least it's supposed to. Where is it? Open with photos. Okay. Yeah, open with photos. And there it is. So it's showing there. I can either save it or display it. Interesting. And again, that's all in Android. And then I guess we can go vice versa. So if I go to the Photos app here, let me go to the Camera app. I can't type even. So if I go to the Camera app, so if I switch cameras here and I go back to the front one here, where is it? It's not that. Maybe you can't do it while I'm on here. I don't know. But say if I take a photo of my background here, right? And then I go here. So if I go to my photos in Android, if I go to the photos, well, actually, what did I want to do that? I'm totally confused now. Hold on. If I go back to Windows here and I get the Android window open there, it gets confusing going between the two. How do I go home? Hold on. Let's close that. Hold on. Yeah, I know this is tedious for those who stuck around here. So right now, this is Android, right? So if I put it over here and I drag, so if I want to go home, it should go escape, right? It should go. How do I get out of the camera app? And if I try to go home, there it is. Okay. So if I go to photos, So if I go to Google Photos, so if I take this, can I down? I want to down. I'm gonna. Let's see. Let's save. Move to archive. So I don't know if you can go. You should be able to use the hybrid folder. I think that's the easiest way, as you see here. So that is. You probably could drag and drop, and I know you can go like this and just drag it right there and save it there. So that is one way to do it. All right. I don't know. I'm figuring all this out. So thank you for everybody sticking with this. I know this is a little tedious. So I've lost a lot of you already. I look at 50 of you watching right now. So whatever. Okay. Interesting device. Can you run one word? Can you run one word to the laptop and disconnect the tablet and then transfer the Word document to the tablet and then run Android? I guess. The best way is this folder. Just drag and drop the folder. That would be the best, easiest way I would think to do that. So interesting device. What do you think, people? Yeah, I don't know. I got a headache from it already. I got I like it, but it's too many things. Like the Android, Windows, pick one. I like that I can connect this monitor here and I can use it, with all an external display, then put one window there, emulate Android there. So it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. All right. Well, let's see. We're at an hour and 41 minutes, a little longer than I expected, but a pretty interesting device nonetheless. What do you think, people? Let me know in the comment section below. If you are going to watch this as a replay, let me know what you think in the comment section. And of course, I want to thank the moderators for doing a very nice job once again. Thank you, William, and everybody else. I will catch you later. I will see you from Berlin is probably the next time you'll see me. I will have some videos ready to go while I'm away, so expect to have a lot. So stay tuned, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend, and if you're in the U.S. celebrating Labor Day, have a great Labor Day, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.